Hi all, welcome back to this series on digital clones, creating a digital version of yourself to last for possibly hundreds of years. Please click like and subscribe if you're into all this. It really helps spread the word. Okay, up until now, it's all been about the what. What's a digital clone? What will they be like? What will they do? Let's talk now about how. And there are two hows in this video. How will you make a digital clone? And how will they be put into action? Fair warning, this is not possible yet as far as I know, so this video is theoretical. It's not a tutorial on how to create a digital clone at website mydigitalclone.com because no such website exists right now. Some websites are taking steps, but it's not the complete package we're talking about here. A real digital clone will be digitally indistinguishable from the real you in most circumstances. To get there, we need large, varied, and candid data sets. What do I mean by candid? I mean the real you. Those pictures of you smiling on vacation are not the real you. This is the real you. And if you want to create a real digital clone, we need candid and varied data sets. What data sets am I talking about? Give it access to all your emails, your contacts, your social media accounts, your WhatsApp account, and all the text messages you've ever sent on any platform, access to your work systems, your photo albums, your documents, your Zoom meetings, your online purchases, and your bank and credit card transactions, your heart rate monitors and your sleep rhythms. Maybe you turn your phone on to record and let it record your life for 6 months, where you went, what you bought, what you did, who you did it with, every word you uttered, and every trip to the bathroom. Okay, no one is going to do that. We value our privacy too much. Candid schmandid, most of us don't want candid versions of us in the digital world. We want polished, controlled, posing versions. But we should at least acknowledge that a real digital clone will be candid, because that's what the real you is. So this will be a real obstacle, let alone for people, myself included, who think this could open up a can of unholy worms that will wreak havoc on society and its traditions, taking us further down a path of ridiculousness and malicious tech that has only led to more anxiety and unhappiness. But that's a different video, isn't it? Let's take a quick sidestep to acknowledge that how to make a digital clone is one discussion, and should we make digital clones of ourselves is a very different discussion. Again, as I've said before, I'm not into this, and I'm not trying to sell this to you. I just believe it'll have a profound impact on humanity, and I want to understand it. We could have had the same dichotomy in 2007 with regards to smartphones. What they will do is not the same discussion as will they make us happy. And now we're having the same separate conversations today about all things AI. This video series is about a very specific thing, making a complete, artificially intelligent digital clone of you, to the point that your own spouse won't be able to tell the difference when she has a video call with you or with your digital clone. It's not about, will your spouse want to talk to your digital clone? My wife has already expressed to me, I'm not going to talk to your digital clone when you're dead. When you're dead, you're dead. Those were not her exact words. Okay, let's get back on track. Let's put aside the should we do this question, and let's even put aside protecting our privacy and assume for the next 5 minutes that we're fine with any system, biological or digital, getting to know us that intimately. Let's imagine we're all up for giving it our data and learning all about ourselves. So we give it all our data, and we give it new data by answering questionnaires, taking little tests when you sign up to make a digital clone, mash it all up together using the same techniques AI professionals currently use to create AI LLMs and neural networks and all other flavors of AI systems. Take the new data sets and the existing distributed ones we just talked about, and we should be able to create a fairly decent digital clone of your mind. Cloning your body and your voice should be a piece of cake in comparison. Just record your voice and your body in motion, in different outfits, settings, lightings. Give it a couple hundred pictures and videos, and in a few hours, you should have the physical part cloned too. So congratulations, you have a digital clone. Now what? So now we have the instructions. Just like DNA is the instructions on how to make your physical body, which includes your brain, you now have instructions on how to make your digital clone. As described in the last video, it'll probably be much like a website where you have a combination of files, folders, and data sets that know how to work together, but are just sitting somewhere on a server, some central location, just waiting to be called into action. And now let's call them into action. This is the second how. How will they work? But wait, there is a secret step in between 1 and 2, between creating your digital clone instructions and making them run. A surprise that I can't be sure of, but seems logical. And that is brokering your digital clone instructions. Why is it logical? Because creating your digital clone instructions will be a one-time thing. It will be a lot of effort, and my guess is you will only do that initial setup once. It will be more effort than signing up to a website, and we've already set up brokers to help you skip this step. If you want to sign up to a website, just fill in your name, email address, and think up a password. But the world has said, screw that, it is too much work. I'll just sign in via Facebook or Google. Because I already put in the effort to sign up with them and fill in a good bit of info on myself, now they can sign up for me at other sites. And that's what brokering means. Facebook or Google act as brokers to tell other sites who you are. This is optional for websites, but I predict it will be essential for digital clones because of the amount of effort to create digital clone instructions and the complexity and the fact that they will need to be updated regularly. So let's imagine digital clones will work with the current model. And when we look at it, we will see that some of the processes I'm talking about with reference to digital clones are already happening on a limited scale. Spotify is a great example. I have a Facebook account. I spent some time setting up my profile. They asked me to tell them which music I like. I was happy to do so. Then years later, when I signed up to Spotify, I signed up via Facebook. So you click the sign up via Facebook button, a little pop-up displays, and it says, Spotify would like to access your Facebook information. If you click allow, Spotify calls an API on Facebook that pulls over your basic information. And I believe some other info too. They line it up pretty clearly when you do. So now Spotify knows who you are and a little bit about you because Facebook told them. Facebook has the info stored on their servers and they hand it over to Spotify, and now you are signed up on Spotify and now you can play music. This is how it might work with digital clones. The company on which you created your digital clone stores your digital clone instructions and uses a broker to pass your instructions on to any host of digital clone services. So not only does the company store your instructions, they control who gets to use your instructions. That will be one powerful company. Who will it be? Let me know in the comments so I can buy some stock. Maybe it's Facebook, Meta that is. Maybe I'm giving them some ideas right now. Maybe they are way ahead of me and are already developing this. So let's recap. Step 1 will be creating your digital clone instructions and storing them somewhere centrally. Step 2 will be handing over those instructions to digital clone services via a broker. And step 3 will be running the services. This bit will be done by digital clone services. They will be the ones who take your instructions and bring them to life and put them to work in various ways. Let's imagine a service where people can call your digital clone. You pay for a service where 10 people have access to your digital clone for a total of 10 hours a month. Your spouse, your folks, a few friends, your kids, a couple of cousins, $10 a month. You can tweak your digital clone's parameters per person so that your wife and kids get a slightly sweeter, more intimate version of you, your parents get a politer version of you, your friends get the beer-swilling sports fan version of you, etc. All these people have also signed up to the same platform and can call your digital clone whenever they want as long as you still have minutes available. It's free for them to call you, and when they do, the service goes to where your digital clone instructions are stored, pulls them over, and spins them up. This digital clone phone call service has its own configuration because that's where you told it who can call you and how you will be with each one of them. And corrections, again, will continue to be part of the process. If your digital clone mixes up some details about your childhood, you'll have the possibility to correct that and send that update back to your centrally stored instructions on Facebook or Apple or wherever. So yes, your digital clone instructions are centrally stored somewhere and external services will make use of them, but your digital clone instructions will never stop developing, just like the real you will never stop developing. And so there will be the need to send improvements back to the centrally stored instruction set. Digital clone services will most probably be required to do this by the company that holds the central instructions. Let's also imagine a service where your digital clone is calling other people, so it's not living in standby mode waiting to be called, it's active and calling when it thinks it should. These AI systems are called automated agents. We said that your digital clone will say what you would say, and now it will also say and do what you would do when you would do it. It may implicitly think it knows what you would do, but maybe there's a specific service to a certain task and you give it high-level instructions on what to do. Let's take birthdays as an example. On Facebook, you get alerts when friends have a birthday, and you never know what to say, and you don't want to say too much to one person and skip another, so maybe best to delegate all this to a digital clone. You give your digital clone a simple task. Make all my friends feel special on their birthday by sending them happy birthday wishes with a tidbit of personal information. And there it goes. You bought the service. It allows you to do this for 50 friends a year, for $20 a year, and your digital clone goes out sending video messages to your 50 best friends on Facebook. Think of some other services, one that is actively looking for dates in the area, one that is looking for a concert you would like to go to, one that offers paid consultations with your digital clone, one looking for cute earrings for your wife for under $50. Yes, it has access to her digital clone to ask her if she likes them before buying, and one that is looking for public stocks that fit your comfort zone and financial goals. This is all on the horizon, and as you see, we're simply reusing the current model where an identity provider acts as a central broker to allow other services to know who you are and some various bits of information about you. Digital clones could use the same setup but take things to the next level by granting those external services not just your identity, but the actual instructions on how to make your digital clone. So there you have it. Your instructions saved somewhere centrally, regularly being updated and tweaked to perfection, and services connecting to those instructions through a broker to bring your digital clone to life in a variety of forms for a variety of purposes. But what if your digital clone instructions get hacked? Because everything gets hacked. Now, most of us aren't on the radar for hackers, but what about public figures? What about Paul McCartney or Taylor Swift or Beyonce or Donald Trump? How will you maintain control and ownership of your clone? Those instructions are sitting there and are accessible from different systems, so there will be obvious privacy concerns. But as we get into more complicated models, like perhaps businesses that use digital clones to make money, in which multiple people and legal entities are involved, will ownership of your digital clone be a gray area? We'll look at privacy and ownership in the next video. Again, not promoting this, just fleshing it out. I do find it fascinating and really think it'll bring profound existential changes long-term to humanity. If you like it too, please click like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video and hope to discuss in the comments. Bye-bye.